Fester is the king of cheap vacations and family getaways.
I got my Buc-ees mug today,
Oh,
man.
look at this, Fester.
Yeah.
Hold it up to the camera.
Yeah, right
Andrew,
there.
Andrew, grab Fester's camera, will you please?
I can't believe you still haven't been to one.
I have not. Well, I drove
I
by.
drove by one, yeah. They're all over the interstate system across the southeast.
I drove by a Buc-ees at like 11 o'clock at night on the way from San Antonio to Houston.
Let's do that over Labor Day, dude.
What road was that? I-10? Maybe it might have been 10.
10 cuts right through Texas.
Yeah. And I'm like, what the hell is that? I thought it was like a nuclear bomb explosion. That's how bright that thing was at 11 o'clock at night.
Dude, there's one within like 2 hours from here.
I'm not driving to a...
Well, let's do something else. We could go to the Buc-ees, though.
Folks, Fester will say, hey, kids, we're going to have fun this weekend. And he'll load the kids into the car and drive to the Buc-ees in...
Daytona. You say it like I'm the only one, MJ. I bet you can fill up phone lines with people who would say that is an awesome day trip.
There is no one that's... you know what? I'll test it. I'll go to phones right now.
Go.
Folks, have you in the Tampa Bay area gotten in your car, loaded the family up for a road trip to Buc-ees in Daytona?
You spend the night. You go there again for breakfast.
Where else are the locations?
In Florida.
In Florida, yeah.
I think there's only 2 right now. St. Augustine and then Daytona.
And they're supposed to open up Ocala, right?
Ocala's being built, and I heard there's going to be one in Smyrna?
New Smyrna.
New Smyrna? Yeah, I heard
Shark bite capital of the state, right?
So,
so here's the deal.
But there's one out just near Macon, Georgia. So if you went up 75, you'd see one. There's one northwest of Georgia.
Folks, have you ever gotten in the car just to drive to Buc-ees here in Florida as a weekend getaway?
MJ doesn't understand how awesome the place is. Call in and at least give some...
We'll have listeners that were driving by, and no one is making Buc-ees their destination for a trip other than you.
You have no idea how cool of a place it is.
800-990-1047. Go to the phones right now, folks. If you have taken a trip to Buc-ees just to go to Buc-ees, 800-990-1047. This is a convenience store with like 112 gas pumps.
Shut your face. It is not a convenience store. It is a national treasure.
Lifestyle.
Yeah, really. It is amazing. Roxy, have you ever been to one?
I have not.
They have a wall of apparently 12,000 varieties of beef jerky.
Who are you people?
Don't they ring a bell for brisket?
They do all kinds of crap.
I'm intrigued by these beaver nuggets.
They have it's life-changing stuff.
All right, Mackenzie, our shadower, have you been to a Buc-ees?
Of course I have.
Where?
Up in Atlanta.
Yeah, there's one northwest of Atlanta, I think.
Like in Dalton, Georgia or something?
You buy your rugs and you can get some beaver nuggets.
Where that genius lady's from?
Because every time I go back up to school, we got to make a stop at Buc-ees.
Oh,
yeah.
All right. So you're familiar with Buc-ees.
Of course.
And what is your favorite part about Buc-ees?
Oh, the beaver nuggets.
Oh, what the hell aren't they like corn puffs or something?
It's corn. It's like hard glazed corn puffs.
What food group are they in?
Crap.
Starch.
They're in one of Buddy the Elf's food groups.
Yeah, I mean it's like a candied corn puff.
Every line is lit.
MG, why don't we got 3 days off coming up at the end of the month. Let's go.
I'm not taking a road trip just to Buc-ees.
You get a hotel room at the Ritz-Carlton. I'll be right next door to La Quinta. We'll go to Buc-ees.
Guess what? There's no Ritz-Carlton in New Smyrna, okay?
In Daytona, there's probably something pretty bougie.
Listen, I haven't even gotten to the story yet. So my little cute setup was there's a big difference in taking a trip to a Buc-ees versus tripping at a Buc-ees.
I can't think of any place I'd rather be high than a Buc-ees. Not driving, of course, but...
Here's the deal. The big Buc-ee mascot, the beaver, I guess they have inflatable ones.
They have inflatable ones. They have actual plush characters.
Well, here's the story.
Like furry Buc-ees.
A man who tripped over a rope holding down Buc-ee's large inflatable beaver in Florence County, South Carolina, is suing Buc-ee's because he sustained serious injuries after the fall.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's terrible.
So they got this big, giant inflatable beaver, and they have, ropes tying it down with spikes in the ground? The guy tripped over the rope and went flying and busted his face.
When you said tripping, I was thinking, a really good time.
Oh, on shrooms or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that as well.
Robert E. Brown of Kershaw County was walking on the sidewalk when he tripped over a rope that was running from the base of the Buc-ees inflatable beaver mascot to an anchor point. The complaint says that Brown sustained several injuries, most notably to his right shoulder. Again, big difference, taking a trip to Buc-ees and taking a trip at Buc-ees. So this guy's suing. All right, let me go to phones. Every single phone line has been illuminated here. There's no one going just to Buc-ees for a trip.
Dude, people are sending me via text pictures of their kids in front of the
beaver
Buc-ees statue.
Hey, kids, we're closed for renovations.
Okay, it doesn't sound like Wally Moose or whatever that.
April in Palm Harbor. April, hi, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hi, good morning. Yes, my husband and I did take a special trip a couple years ago on a weekend to the Daytona Beach location. We'd never been, and I was curious, and we went. That was our first stop, took pictures, had barbecue brisket sandwiches, which were phenomenal. The bathrooms are incredible. Anybody that knows Buc-ees knows the bathrooms are amazing.
I heard that you can drop the brisket sandwich on the floor in the bathroom and eat it right off the floor.
I mean, nobody's going to stop you.
You can.
That it's
They
that
are
clean.
They're
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
And then we ended up taking a tour of the Daytona Speedway just off the cuff. We just ended up doing that. We made a little weekend trip out of it.
All right, so was it worth 2 hours to Daytona and then 2 hours back?
Yes, it was, because
right.
we discovered how great Buc-ee's is. So if we ever pass one on the highway, we always stop.
All right.
Absolutely.
How far is Daytona? What,
2.5 hours?
2.5 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, just about. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and it was worth it, especially for a first-timer. It's overwhelming how much stuff they really have.
Well,
so it's pretty cool the first time.
Thank you, April. All right, I said every line is illuminated. Bob in Temple Terrace. We'll talk to Bob. Hey, Bob.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Yes, we have passes to the Walt Disney World, and we'll go over there, and we'll get so bored of Disney, we're like, let's go to Buc-ee's.
That's right.
So we'll take off.
You know what? This whole of President sucks. Let's go to Buc-ee's.
Exactly. So we pay big money to go to Disney World, but then Buc-ee's is the new Disney.
That's hysterical.
All right, Bob, thank you. Wendy's in Clearwater. Hey, Wendy, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hello.
Are you the Wendy from Clearwater that called yesterday?
Yes, I'm the one that called last week too with the flying fudge deal.
Oh, yeah. Well, listen, thank you for being a regular. I do appreciate it. Go ahead, Wendy.
No problem. I actually never been there, but my husband stopped there on the way back from Georgia, and he brought me back a Bucky Beaver cell phone holder.
That's
He
awesome.
handed it to me. It's like a stuffed animal. And I said, what is this? Is it for the dogs? He goes, oh, it holds your cell phone. I went, oh. So when every morning.
A furry beaver cell phone holder?
Yes.
Sounds like a porno.
So he listens to his phone, the news every morning, and he has his cell phone laying up against his glass. So I reach over and I hand him. I said, here, rest your phone on my beaver.
Yeah, so he's got his furry beaver phone on vibrate.
Wendy, I don't think you need to call in 3 times a week.
Thank you, Wendy.
Thank
I
you for
appreciate
listening,
it.
though. I mean, some calls you just don't need to make, Wendy.
Edward and Ruskin. Leave Wendy alone.
Yeah, we love her, but still.
Edward and Ruskin. Hi, Edward.
Self-edit.
Yeah, MJ. I used to live in Texas. I wouldn't even drive 5 minutes to a Buc-ee's.
Why not?
Not only that, they're not trucker friendly.
They're not
Ooh,
trucker friendly.
really?
There's no semis in there. You're right.
Wait. So Buc-ee's doesn't want truckers?
They want families who are traveling. They want travelers, not semi-truck drivers. It's not a truck stop.
I pulled into a Buc-ee's and the manager came out yelling and saying,
Hold on, the guy yelled at you to get your truck out of here?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you have an axe to grind, Edward.
Wow.
Try driving by in a minivan and you'll love it.
All right. Well, no. Why would they want truckers in there?
Because
Truckers have money.
it's a different vibe. It's not what they're going for.
All right. Thank you, Edward.
Truckers go to Love's.
All
Go
right,
to TA.
Let me grab JC in Tampa. JC, MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, we drove all the way over to Buc-ee's to get a fire pit.
Yeah, they got all kinds of cool stuff.
You can buy like camping equipment there?
You can buy barbecue.
We bought a fire pit for the yard, and then the other trip I got to tell Fester is Russell Stouffer's Candy Outlet Factory up in Wildwood. We do that a day trip too for the kids.
I've never been there before.
And we call
well, hold on. What did you call it?
Russell Stover's.
Hold on, no. Let him say it. What did you call it?
Russell Stouffer's.
No. It's Stover. Stouffer's is the French bread pizza. Stover's is the chocolate.
I just wanted to see if you would catch that.
Yeah, I did.
Yep.
I want to go to the French bread pizza factory. Too.
I want chocolate covered French bread pizza.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Hey, JC, thanks for the call, man. 2 more, and I got to move on. Look at every line has lit up and is refilling. Jan in Brooksville. Hi, Jan.
Hi.
Jan, would you drive on vacation to Buc-ees?
Yes, we put Buc-ees into Waze as our starting point. Every time we go anywhere, we put them in as our starting point. And my husband puts me on a timer.
Even if you're going in the exact opposite direction?
What do you mean?
We're going to Naples, but we're going to put the Buc-ees in St. Augustine as our starting point.
Shut up. No.
Thank you. Thank you, Jan.
Go ahead.
And so then my husband puts me on a timer, and I have 20 minutes.
Oh, you.
And if I am not back out of that store in 20 minutes, he leaves without me.
He leaves without you.
You know what? 2 things. 1, I don't know how you can do that store in 20 minutes. 2, I can't think of a better place to be left.
Oh, that's hysterical.
Well, I know, there's that. But I've got the place mapped out, so I know exactly where all the home goods are. I know exactly where all the dog stuff is. I know exactly where the treats are that I want to get. I've got it mapped out, so I have a little route that I go through.
Look at you.
20 minutes.
Best call of the week so far. Shut up. Hey, thank you, Jan.
Can we get that as a drop? I'm going to
Have
play
a great
Jan
one.
anytime.
One last
Get
call
online.
here. One last call. Doreen, MJ Morning Show. Hey, Doreen.
Good morning. Me and my family are known to travel to Buc-ees. My sister lives in Texas, and we drive 3 to 4 hours to go to a new Buc-ees to see what's different from the other ones that we've been to. And I've been to 20 of them.
Wow.
Look at that. Thank you, Doreen. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm telling you, Labor Day weekend, MJ. Let's drive over like on Saturday or maybe Friday evening. We'll drive over, spend all day Saturday there. Be a good time.